반짝이는 눈빛 눈이 부셔 매일 날 감싸주는 손길.
Nayong, why are you behaving this way? Jang Yunja pressed, her frustration palpable. I made it clear that the only way you can enter that house is if you breastfeed Little Bean and go in with him. Since returning home from the hospital with the baby, Nayong had not only neglected to breastfeed but also regarded him with an unsettling gaze that frustrated Yunja deeply. She had intended to argue that Nayong and Little Bean couldn't be separated because the baby exclusively needed breast milk and rejected formula, leading her to resent Nayong for her lack of maternal care. However, there was an underlying reason for Nayong's avoidance of Little Bean, one that Jang Yunja remained unaware of. This ignorance only fueled her annoyance and she found herself raising her voice at Nayong, who was still in recovery. Are you really going to let Little Bean be taken away like this? Are you not going to act as a mother, holding him, feeding him, or even checking his diapers? If you continue this way, it won't be just the manipulated genetic test that drives you out of that house. It will be your failure to fulfill your responsibilities as a mother. Please, Nayong, come to your senses. While Yunja stroked Little Bean's forehead, she saw his sad face and he didn't cry even without breastfeeding. Still, Nayong ignored him, seeming unable to face her own child. Frustrated and confused, Jang Yunja called Jin Soo Ji to express her worries. Soo Ji, Nayong is acting really strange. Could she have postpartum depression? She seemed almost out of control and it scares me even though she's my daughter. I need your help. Soo Ji was surprised by Yunja's worries and asked what was happening. Jang Yunja explained she won't look at the baby or hold him and she won't even think about breastfeeding. At first, she seemed very happy when Little Bean was born, but now she has completely pulled away. Seeing how strange Nayong was acting, Soo Ji suggested they go back to the hospital, but Chae Woo Ri, who had been listening, took the phone and ended the call. Soo Ji, you've done enough. Just by saving Little Bean and Nayong, you've done your part. Now let's focus on our baby instead of Little Bean. Chae Woo Ri was worried that the stress from the situation with Han Yeon-sung might harm their unborn child. You get what I'm saying, right? Soo Ji nodded, understanding Chae Woo Ri's concern. Chae Woo Ri held Soo Ji's hand tightly and said, "Thank you for bringing our child into this world. It feels amazing to be about to become a father. I promise I will be a good husband and even a better dad. Can you trust me?" With a warm smile, Chae Woo Ri hugged Soo Ji tightly and they started to spin around in joy. When Jin Soo Ji playfully told them to stop, their laughter filled the room, endless and bright, as if happiness surrounded them. The calm was suddenly broken by the discovery of Nayong's serious secret. Jin Jang-soo, excited to buy wedding rings for Duri and Do-young, called them outside for a meeting. But when he got to Nayong's house, he saw a strange man in a black hat and t-shirt hanging around. Jin Jang-soo asked him, "Who are you? Why are you here? Who are you looking for?" The nervous man quickly ran away. Later, Jin Jang-soo realized the man was PD Choi, someone connected to Nayong. When he got home, he told Nayong, "PD Choi came by earlier. He tried to hide but it was definitely him. Why did he leave so suddenly? If he wanted to see Little Bean, he should have contacted you. Did you miss his call?" Nayong became very scared and shouted, "PD Choi? Why did he come here? How do you know?" Confused, Jin Jang-soo asked, "Nayong, why are you so afraid? What do you mean?" Overcome with fear, Nayong insisted, "You must never show Little Bean to PD Choi. Do you understand?" Jin Jang-soo then looked closely at Little Bean and saw a big birthmark on the child's neck that looked just like PD Choi's. Shocked, he sat down, unable to think clearly. He stared at Nayong, frustrated and confused. Meanwhile, Han Yeon-sung, struggling with forgotten memories, confronted his father, Han Jin-tae. "Father, you can't stop pretending. I remember everything now." Han Jin-tae, relieved, said, "I'm glad your memory came back. Now that I've done my duty, I'll leave. Thank you for growing up well, unlike your father." As he packed, the family stayed quiet. He left the house without any money, leaving behind his cards, keys, wallet, and phone. He wandered the streets as a homeless man until he died. At the same time, Han Yeon-sung faced the painful truth that Little Bean was actually PD Choi's child, not his. After Nayong lost her mind after giving birth and PD Choi went to prison for fraud, Han Yeon-sung worried about Little Bin's future. Remembering Little Bin in the nursery, he decided to adopt him. Eventually, with the birth of Soo Ji and their own child, Little Bin became more than just a foster brother. He was loved as a part of the Han family. Meanwhile, Na-young lived the rest of her life in a mental hospital, completely lost to her madness.
Cause you